How's it going, everybody? This is Shay D of Shay D Horror, back with another watch and review. Tonight it is Open 24 Hours. Let's go ahead and look at the synopsis. A paranoid, delusional woman, Mary White, has just been released from a mental hospital for setting her serial killer boyfriend on fire. Mary suffers from severe paranoia and hallucinations. Her boyfriend, James Lincoln Fields, is a brutal serial killer known as the Rain Ripper. He enjoyed murdering people and making Mary watch. After being released from the hospital, Mary's vulnerable demeanor aids her in obtaining employment at an all-night gas station. However, left alone to her own devices, her paranoia and hallucinations return with furious consequences. Customers and friends suddenly start turning up dead and mutilated all around her. Okay, this is Open 24 Hours. It is from the year 2020. It has a runtime of 1 hour and 43 minutes. It is not rated, and it is put out by 4 Digital Media. I had seen this once previous and found me a nice Blu-ray copy at a Big Lots for $4. Let me revisit this and let you know my thoughts. First of all, this looks great on Blu-ray. I think I watched this during the pandemic initially, during that time, and I liked it. And you know what? I still like this one. I think it's a solid little film. It's shot really well. Everything looks crisp and clear. The setting is solid too. A great flick for any time, but especially on a rainy night. This is a bloody and brutal slasher flick with flashbacks and hallucinations from the past to the present. And I like how this one progresses and plays out. I like the story and this setting. I don't really recognize the cast members, but to me, it's solid. Like everybody does a good job in this. Good acting, good jump scares, good blood, and it's got its own theme song and killer. Shit, it's pretty cool. It's got a solid small town background or back road vibe about it, I should say. And the gas station slash convenience store location works. As you've heard in the description from the synopsis, we follow Mary White, who was recently let out of a mental hospital for setting her serial killer boyfriend on fire. I don't want to give anything away if you haven't seen this one, but this is a dope slasher flick. I'm glad I found this for the collection and for cheap too. I enjoy this one. The neons and colors look really good in this. The blood at times seems to even have a brighter tinge to it. The gas station is one of those old school side road, back road, been around for years stations. It's cool. I guess I did recognize one actor or two later, like later on throughout as this movie went on and progressed. But to me, everyone does good here. Solid performances all the way around. And the rain coming down sets the tone as well. I did watch this on a rainy night, so it just added to the atmosphere. I'm not familiar with the company that put this out, but it's one I like. A solid, straight up horror flick. A slasher with a little more to it. It's isolated and rural. It's old and dirty. Yet, as I was saying, it's crisp and clear too. Like it's got a cool look about it. It looks good. Um, I do like this Blu-ray cover as well, like that slip cover and stuff. And it has that same thing on the cover, but it's just pretty sick ass cover too. The main actress does a great job in here. And of course, the station itself is open 24 hours. Uh the score is dope as well. Sound design and all that plays into this. And the Rain Ripper, a nice name for a slasher killer. At least I think so. I enjoy this one quite a bit. I also think this one is well paced. If you like Fender Bender, which I've reviewed, check out my video for that, and I loved it. Another good underrated slasher in my opinion. Or maybe the Joyride or Vacancy movies, then you may like this. It's still its own film though, but it just has that like tone vibe of that back road, like hotel station type area. But this one is vibrant with the colors. Just throwing out a few reference points here. The hallucination scenes work to me in this, and it all ties together with the story. Again, some good shit. That gas station bathroom is nasty as a lot are. When it does slow up a bit, it picks right back up. It's got its own flow to it. If you work a graveyard shift, I used to work the graveyard shift, especially if you work alone or at a station. Uh, this one may have an extra vibe to it for you that hits a little harder. Is it real? Is it not real? This film has a layer or two. It's got an old school vibe with a new school look to it. Some standard slasher tropes are here, but hey, it's a slasher. It does what it's supposed to do. This for sure amps up toward the end too, like a slasher film is supposed to. And to me, whether you see the twist and maybe a trope or two coming or not, it still works. It still delivers. I think, like Fender Bender, which if you haven't seen that, go back and check out my review of that, which I love. This film also may be a bit underrated. Uh, Let it just play out. This is a well-made indie film. There's been some slasher flicks. See, I can't talk tonight, but oh well. There's been some slasher flicks that I really like a lot these last 5 or 6 years or so. Ones like Haunt, or Trick, or Hellfest, all which I've reviewed, and all three of those, ironically, all set on Halloween. This one here is the one for a rainy day. Although completely different settings, it kind of has that tone and look that Hellfest does. That clean and crisp with the colors look, with the dirt and grime and blood thrown in there all underneath. I thoroughly enjoy this one. It has a lot of rewatchability to it as well. I hope everyone is doing good out there. This has been Shay D of Shay D Horror. Check out these couple taglines. Pray you never run out of gas. Welcome to the graveyard shift. Tonight it was open 24 hours.